Okay.
Have faith in your dreams and someday your rainbow will be smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, a dream that you wish will come true. Yippee! I love the Cinderella song, said my 5-year-old niece, and she gave me a big hug. At that moment, memories of Walt Disney classics struck in my mind. Oh, the eloquent ballroom dances and the palaces, songs of the sweet chirping birds, Fairland's beauties with such angelic voices, who almost and always attracted princes, and they all lived happily ever after. To my delight, she asked me, "Rowena, you were so lucky. You were to attract a tall, wealthy, fair and handsome prince." Looked at her, said, "A 5-year-old having a stereotype of perfection at such a tender age?" I don't blame her, because Disney, like so many other little children, is her world. In my opinion, Disney classics such as Ariel, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, and many more classics without which one's childhood would seem incomplete, are actually shaping unrealistic perceptions in the minds of little children. Observation 1. Image crisis for princesses and villains. Take a look at these gorgeous beauties. Fair-skinned, almost all of them. The perfect height, the perfect body type, thick luscious hair. A single beauty can snatch the title of the best hand model as well as the Miss Universe both put together. Oh, and Disney has a very peculiar way of spotting out the wicked people. Have you noticed this picture that is Snow White's evil queen holding the poisonous red apple? What about her? This is Cinderella's stepmother. Well, the thing is, they all get really, really ugly, or let's just say not so good looking at the peak of evil. So Disney, let me get this straight. Are you saying not so good looking people equate to wicked people in the world? Really? Glad to know that Disney is not that vain after all. I feel bad actually for these villains. You know why? Because they've never ever given a chance to repent in Disney classics. But there is no word called forgiveness. The moral of every Disney classic is evil should be revenged upon, and wicked people will never change to good people or better human beings. And yes, Disney villains, they always like to aim high. They never think small. You know, in every Disney classic, there's either one form of poisoning or there's some form of unknown assassination. Take for instance, Snow White's red luscious apple. Come on. Do these ever sound like values we need to give out to little children? I don't think so. What about this beautiful picture, which has grown everyone's faces out here? Disney's happily ever after concept. Well, this concept begins like this, with one's entry into the royal family, or one gets promoted in the royal family. It's simple. All you got to do is to be the best good-looking person in the town and get married to a prince or princess. And they all live happily ever after. But Disney, what are you trying to say? Are you saying that 99.9% of the world should be depressed? Because let's face it, hitting the list of royals. I mean, forget weddings. Other careers are there too, right? That's not sending a wrong message at all to young ones. Oh, and a few critics, this is not me by the way, a few critics have done my research, have pointed out that few characters in Disney are portrayed as stereotypes or racist in nature. I don't know if some of you have noticed, this is Sebastian the Crab, and he's from Little Mermaid. As a child, I always thought he had a very defined accent, and I pretty much liked it. Yes, he does have a defined accent, because I then learned that he's Jamaican. He used to keep singing, and as a little child, I used to just let it go over my head, because maybe my analytical skills at the age of 5 would have been really less. I went back to this song, and there he sings over and over again. There are no hardships of finding a job in the sea. Life at sea is amazing and simple. Take a hint, guys. Take a hint. So, are you saying that children have to be aware of racial stereotypes? Are you saying that little children, as young as 3 or 4-year-olds, need to understand about weddings? Well, that's not my opinion. The thing is, we have a choice over here. We need to be wary about the consequences that Disney classics have upon younger children. Because subconsciously, their minds are being lured by unrealistic expectations. Well, the choice is yours really, whether you want to keep them living in a fantasy or keep them affirmed to reality. Over to you.